What's up, my friends? DK Bill here. It is I don't know it's the 26th. When you work from home, I forget what day it is all the time. It's Thursday. It's the 26th. Good morning. We're doing a Zoom training today versus being in Facebook. And we'll get into that in a second as to
Uh-huh.
why we're not in Facebook this morning. But straight up, Bill, man, massive momentum on the team right now. What's got you fired up and excited this morning?
Dan, we're definitely turning the corner. Excuse me. First, hello everyone. We're getting attention. We're getting attention. We'll go into that too for good reasons,
Yep,
not so good reasons, but
a little
the
bit.
competition is watching us. More importantly, we're airtight. We got the best comp plan. We got great products. We're global. And we got great momentum. People are really starting to turn the corner, and I'm just excited because I'm all about team growth. When the team grows, that's what makes me happy. That's all I'm about. And we got the best team building program. So yeah, I'm fired up, Dan. I'm happy to go into what we're going to talk about today, and let's rock it out.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. So yeah, there's 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 no secret that we're getting a little bit of attention right now. And one of the reasons why we're in Zoom is because um and Bill just had this happen to him too. My Facebook account is now suspended. My main Facebook account with 80,000 followers, all that good stuff, is now suspended. So I went from being on a 90-day restriction to suddenly being suspended for 180 days. And it's all just crazy stuff. Whatever's going on out there in the world, we're not really sure. We're looking into it, try to get it fixed, but um, it's these are the things that unfortunately we have to deal with in the world of social media and in the world of building a business online. You just never know sometimes, but one man's opinion is I think there's after kind of really doing some research and Bill's been helping me with this is I think there's some shady things that are going on behind the scenes out there. I'm not going to dive too far down that rabbit hole, but the main point, guys, is this: like we you got to be if you want to win in life. Here's as real as I can get with you. If you guys want to win in life, you got to be resilient. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving forward. You got to find ways to be consistent, to be persistent, resilient, strong, determined, willing, all of those things. Because um, let's just put it this way: life's going to throw you a curve. Okay, life's going to throw you a curve. Finding success, and this is where I just get super real with you guys. Like finding success, creating that success in your life is not easy. Like it's not freaking easy. You don't just sign up for an at-home business, push a button, and it's like, I'm good. I'm making hundreds and thousands of dollars a day. Life is good, and all I had to do is sign up, right? Because if it was that way, what do you guys know? Like if it was that way, what? Everyone would be doing it, right? Everyone would be doing the make money online thing, right? But you got to work at it, and you gotta. This is going to happen to you. You know, Catherine can tell you this, Bill can tell you this, Kirsty can tell you this, anybody could tell you this. Like, you're gonna get knocked down. You're gonna have stuff happen to you, whether it be maybe it's personal, maybe it's social media related, maybe you get an account shut down. Maybe you have. Uh, I know, I know. Kirsty knows this one. You have other people make videos about you, trying to tear you down. You're gonna face some resistance. Um, and when that happens, it just means that you're doing something right. Okay, it just means that you're out there and you're pushing. And I've said this, we've said this over the years, guys, with our trainings here. I've made content about this. Like, if you don't have people, especially in today's day and age, if you don't have people that are against you or hating on you or negative in your comments or whatever it is, it just means that you're not pushing hard enough. Because if you're trying to be, and let me know your thoughts in the comments on this too. And Bill, you chime in here too, because like if you want to stay in your safe little cocoon, if you want to stay in your safe little bubble, and you just want everything to be right as rain and skittles and rainbows and everything's all warm and fuzzy and happy, you know, in my mind, and you guys let me know what you think here. I don't think you're taking enough action. I don't think you're willing to take enough action because you're too worried about what other people think. You're too scared to go do the thing because you're too worried about what someone might think or say or feel about you. You got to go do the thing. You got to be willing to take risks. You got to go be willing to push the envelope and stretch yourself outside of that comfort zone. Do you guys agree with that? Comment yes or no down in the comments, right? Bill, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, what I think is I tiptoe around sometimes. You know it. You and I talk deep on what we want to do compared to what we do sometimes. And then sometimes I rip the Band-Aid off. I told
Yep.
you, I said, I told Dan recently that I'm free now, meaning I don't care if I piss someone off. And I don't mean that literally, but what I mean is like when I'm out promoting and
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming after a company, God willing, I don't think any of you are going to see me in another program, another MLM outside of my econ. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we had two other ventures, but they were not our fault. So you can never know the future, but I really feel confident. And when you say like, you know, don't tiptoe around, I'm just tiptoeing less. I don't tiptoe around anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm like a bull in a china shop. But there are some lines, and lately, Dan, I just been like going for it, and then all of a sudden, I get my account suspended.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you guys, you say, oh, your account's suspended. I hate even admitting this. Facebook is so, it does other things. I use Facebook for catalog and I use Facebook, like I use it for saving things that I think of and I just make it not private for everyone to see. It's kind of like my file. So every time I went to do something, even when I wasn't going to do anything on Facebook, I had to go there. I save pictures to
Mm-hmm.
use. I edit pictures. So basically, I was out of work, and when Dan mentions resilience, I told him. I told my girlfriend, and it wasn't about Facebook because she doesn't know. Sometimes she's like, "Oh, you just want to get on Facebook?" And no, I said I need it, and I said I have 180 days. That's the warning that I got. 180 days, or the count's gone to get
Mm-hmm.
back on. And I told Dan that I'm going to be a machine. And I literally was persistent every day. I even found hacks where if you file your report in France, I put a, VPN on and did my report there. I got back on and we're here. And then a day later, Dan gets hit. So as far as tiptoeing around, when you're confident and you're set and you're committed, um, the fear starts to go away a little bit. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? You just get more freer and freer because I know what I'm doing. I don't have any you know I'm not looking at other things. I'm just all about the team, all about the business. It just makes you more not brave. It just makes you less restrictive.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, it's Shannon has a great comment in there. She says, all the fake accounts stealing your faces and content, trying to scam other people. It's all a rite of passage," and that's 100% accurate. And like, I mean, off the top of my head, I mean, I can think, myself, Kirsty, Catherine, Shannon, Nicole, probably Celeste. I'm trying to think of other names. Kylie, so many others that I know, like just off the top of my head, I know that I've seen other people on TikTok, other people on Facebook create fake accounts pretending to be, the people on our team. And it is kind of like a rite of passage when you have someone trying to, like, when you're out there and you're getting attention and your videos are getting views and you're building and growing your business, and other people are out there are like, oh, here's a creator, here's a person that's making money doing this thing. Let me go create a fake account for them, and let me go make a fake account, and then I'll go DM people and try to get them to invest into crypto or any kind of forex, crap or whatever it is. It is a rite of passage. It just means that you've kind of arrived at a certain level in your business, when you got other people trying to take what you're doing and capitalize on it. And yeah, I get it. It can be frustrating, because let's just call it what it is. Like, not all people, but there's people out there that suck, and they try to take advantage of others. And it's really sad and it's really unfortunate, but don't let yourself go down a notch. You just got to ride the wave through it. You got to persist through it. You got to be resilient, determined, willing, all of those things, to find light in the other side, to be, to have that grit and determination. Um, and there's let me see if I can find it. There's a video out there with Tom Brady in it. Um, I'll see if I can find the file, but it's an incredible video where he's talking about resilience and determination, about being willing to get knocked down so you can get back up, and you can learn from these things, and you can grow stronger, and you can grow better, and you can find ways to get better. And that's a little bit about what I'm going through now personally, because I don't have access to Facebook. I don't have access to those 80,000 followers. I don't have access to literally, I don't even know when I first got on Facebook, but literally like over a decade of, photos and comments and, all that other thing. I mean, it's a major piece of my life. But the point is, like, I'm doing whatever it takes right now to find ways around that. I'm more utilizing TikTok. I'm more utilizing YouTube. I'm going to, look over at LinkedIn. I'm going to look at other ways. If this Facebook thing, however long it takes to get resolved, I'm going to look at other ways to keep moving forward, because I know that um, I know where we're headed. I know what we're doing. I know what we're building here. And it's friggin' amazing. And I'm not going to let anything, anything get in that way. And I want you guys to feel that same way too. No matter what happens, you just keep moving forward. You're allowed to have bad days. You're allowed to be frustrated. You're allowed to, like, every once in a while let somebody get under your skin. Like, we're freaking human beings. We can feel emotion. Like, we don't have to be a friggin' robot and just be like, I am gonna move forward. Like, we're allowed to, like, get pissed. Like, you should hear some of the conversations that Bill and I have had, like literally like raising our voice, being like, what the, like, but it's just life, guys, like, shit gets in the way, and we deal with it. But the point for you guys is to have that, and I'll go back to Tom Brady here. Sorry for all you Patriot fans, but 20-year long-term Tom Brady fan, 6 Super Bowls, just throwing it out there. But he talks a lot about mental toughness, mental toughness. Like, I was actually watching a video of him last night, um, and it was one of the things that he was talking about. Because they asked him, they said, what would be your advice to a brand new quarterback in the NFL? And he just said mental toughness. That's the number one thing you can have, is mental toughness. Like, when you get knocked down, when you're having a bad day, when you're trying to figure something out, when you're struggling, the number one thing that you can have and focus on in your life is mental toughness. And you guys know, like, I reference these books over here all the time. We reference audios, we reference going over to YouTube, we reference personal development, we reference all of those things, because here's the reality. Like, and this is like stone cold fact, not DK's opinion. This is stone cold fact. So do me a favor right now, everybody that's on this, comment mental toughness. I want you guys to comment mental toughness. Put that down below. All right. Put that in the comments right now. Let me know that you guys are serious. Mental toughness. And this is data, this is facts. If you do not have mental toughness, you're going to quit. You're going to find a way, you're going to insert excuse here and give yourself a reason to give up and quit. You're going to throw in the towel because it got too hard. You're not getting the results. You've been doing this for X amount of days, months, whatever, and it's just not working. It's not the business that doesn't work. It's not. And even, like, Jim Rohn says it, Tom Brady says it. It's like, don't wish things were easier. Wish you were better. Does that make sense, guys? Comment makes sense. Maybe write that down. Those of you guys that are driving, Tony, be careful. Don't write it down. You're driving. But, don't wish things were easier. Wish you were better. Right? That is mental toughness. That is finding a way to keep moving forward. And like we're all going to face obstacles. We're all going to face challenges. And it sucks because we've had people that have, and I'm just keeping it super real right now. And I'm not going to name names, but we've had people that have been in the funnel team with us for years, that at one point did really well, did so well, and they got beaten by mental toughness. They got beaten down. They got to the point where it was like it's easier to quit than it is to keep going. It's easier to give up than it is to push through.
And to
And
add to that, Dan, is it's just bad timing to give up on you. It's such bad timing
yeah,
because and we have some current proof, that people are turning it on, and
lights out turning it on. Like
and
holy
it and
crap, turning it on.
and it is just as easy. It is just as easy. It's just a better comp plan once you get rolling. Not to even pick on the company. I'm saying like some of the names that you're talking about that are still with us, they still adore us. We still got great respect, good relationships, but they kind of tinkered. They tinkered, and I want them for themselves right here to get that mental toughness and push through.
Mm-hmm.
Push through. It's just a different experience. This is like one big sociology experience. It really is. It's like we're going through all the ups and downs, they there's some that haven't tasted what it really feels like, what it really is to go and have passive income. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean?
Yeah.
They've all made personal sales, but the team is growing, and we have no obstacles, no interference. We get what we want within reason. It's a better time right now. So it's funny you said that about the mental toughness. It's like we all need to reunite all our past guys, all the way from 2021, 2020,
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, just my two
Yeah,
cents on
it's
that.
and the way, what we're talking about here, guys, the way that you guys get mentally tough, um, is you got to work on you. You got to work on you. Um, and if you're not working on your mental toughness, if you're not working on, these things, I can guarantee you that at some point you're going to quit. It's guaranteed. It's literally guaranteed because I've seen the proof and the evidence over the years. The people that don't invest enough into themselves, at some point they get beat. They get beat, and it's this thing that we're in, this thing that we're trying to create, this lifestyle that you are trying to create, this goal, this point that you guys are trying to reach, whether it be financial freedom, pay off your debt, make a certain amount of money per month, whatever that goal is that you guys have, whatever that finish line is that you guys are trying to cross, you will not make it there unless you can find the way, the will, the determination to keep moving forward and let nothing get in your way. And we've shared these memes, we've shared these posts before, where it's like, you see the guy starting at the finish line and then the end is like it just says success. It's very generic. It's not, towards network marketing or affiliate marketing or whatever. And it's literally like you can see this, the success finish line off in the background, and on the way there there's like crowds of people, hovering over the path with like baseball bats and swords and like rocks and stones and everything, trying to throw everything at you. And it's like you visually get to see that to get to the finish line, it is not hard. It is not easy, right? It is not easy. So I want you guys to realize that, like, you know, you can do this. You can get there, but you're going to have to invest into yourself, right? You're gonna have to invest into yourself. And you know, I'll give you two examples. Okay. I'll give you two examples. And these are people on our team. Okay. People that I've worked with for years. Okay. And this is basically like the tale of two people. I've worked with people closely, to the point where I could have conversations on a fairly consistent basis. And I've worked with people that have said, I know what I need to do. I just got to go do it, right? And they're there and they're consistent and they're doing their thing, but they're feeling the weight. They're feeling beat down. They're feeling, like I'm having a tough time. I'm trying to push through, trying to work on things. Um, but from my end, I'm also seeing that, you know, that they could be doing more. They could be working on themselves. And right now, they're really beat down. They're really feeling it, right? And they're not moving forward. They're kind of stuck, right? And then on the other hand, I work with people that are investing into themselves every single day and seeing incredible results. Incredible results because of mental toughness, because of the willingness to keep moving forward, because of the willingness to consistently. Ready for this one? And this is a big one that I want you guys to understand. Not a willingness to put out content, not a willingness to go make videos. That all is the after effect of mental toughness. But the willingness and the drive to consistently invest in personal development. Because the person over here who is actively, daily, weekly investing into personal development is also crushing it, like crushing it. Where the person over here, which has opportunities with mental toughness and working on personal development and doing whatever it takes and finding ways to win, is feeling that weight and literally at a standstill in their business. And two people, almost the same starting line, almost the same starting point. You know, one is struggling, the other one is not. They both do the same activities. They both do, they both put out videos. They both put out content. They both go do their thing. One of them is having a very hard time. The other one is thriving. So, and these are literally two people on our team, guys. And I know, this one over here literally, personally sends me, hey, this is what I listened to this week. This is what I read this week. You know, hey,
Hmm.
you may want to go get it. And and I could just see and I could just tell, the level and the motivation and the mental toughness that they have compared to, let's say person B, person A. Person A is a lot of I know I need to do this. I know I need to work on this. A lot of I know what I need to do, but I'm just having a hard time doing it versus doing it. You know, and we talked about this. I think it was last week. We are talking about the difference between do and try. You know, you can try to read a book, or you can just read the book. You can try to do personal development, or you can just do it. But this is where I want to be finite with you. I want to be definitive with you guys. It's either do or do not. And I'm whether I'm quoting Yoda from Star Wars um, or not, it's do or do not. There is no try. I'm sure you guys have heard that before. For any Star Wars fans out there, big, huge Star Wars fan right here, just saying.
Hmm.
But do or do not. There is no try. Like I can't, I can't try to drink this cup of coffee. I either drink it or I don't. I can't try to sit in my chair. I either sit or I don't. Like, is that clear enough? You guys understand that? You can either do personal development, you can create mental toughness, or you can create excuses. You either do it or you don't. You can't try to do it. Does that make sense, Bill? Am I making sense here?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm just laughing at what'd you say, Yoda?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Smart dude. He's a smart dude.
Okay. Yes, you gotta go do it. And on that note, I'm just looking at some board stuff, Dan. I wanted to do a couple shout outs. I just want to see something last week real quick. So If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So anyway, so I wanted to verify something before I said it. Anyway, a couple shout outs, Dan, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Um, uh, I mean, I got a bunch of names, but one in particular I see here, and he's here every day. Mark Farello has multiple sales this week.
Yep.
So I want to do a big shout out to him. We're not doing one. He's got multiple sales. So there's someone, and I'm not picking on him. I'm actually celebrating him. There's someone that he's here. He's consistent, and now all of a sudden it's starting to pay off. And you know what happens. There's
Mm-hmm.
two things that happens. Those sales go up eventually. They keep on, moving in the right direction. They go north. And then the other thing that happens is he's one person away from just taking his business to a whole nother level. That's the part. That's the big part
Yeah.
that a lot of people don't understand. That's the real overnight success. Because always say, Dan, overnight success is not
Not
always
overnight.
overnight.
Nope.
It is overnight all of a sudden when it doesn't matter if it's tomorrow or next year, when that one person that comes in from your team or joins that person, next thing you know, you got a whole empire of people. So that's that. There's a bunch of other ones and twosies, but if you don't mind, Dan, I just want to, give a shout out. Um, you know, she's number one. She's always number one. In every affiliate program that fulfillment company we've been with. Um, she is, she's incredible. It's K girl. I'll let you say a little bit, but you know, all three companies privately, when I speak with corporate and things of that nature, you know, I hope she knows this. I think she's on the Zoom here that she's the bomb. I mean, she's an incredible person. We know that, but she's doing it. She don't need to talk about it. She don't need to wish. She just does her thing, and she's just killing it, and they're watching. And I've always had my money on her. You know that, Dan. You know that because it's not about what she brings to the team. It's really about what she brings to her family, and I'm so happy that she's at critical mass right now, and she's
Mm-hmm.
breaking records, and she's number one in the whole company. So
Yep.
that's K Girl. I'll let you finish it up. I love you, K Girl, and I hope to hear from you soon. Let's catch up. Congratulations on all your success. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I mean, Kirsty's on fire right now, and we talked about this a little bit last week. She's got Big Mo, and here's the reality, guys. Like anybody can go get Big Mo. Now, what's Big Mo? Put in the comments right now. What's Big Mo? And I'll give you guys some data. I'll give you guys some examples of what Big Mo is. I'm just going to share some of Kirsty's numbers. Um, what's Big Mo? Big momentum. There you go. Big momentum. And you know what? By the way, Big Mo is a phrase right from this book, Big Mo. Darren Hardy from the Compound Effect references Big Mo all the time. Big Mo is big momentum, big momentum. And even asked the question in this book, when Big Mo comes a knocking, will you open the door? Will you open the door when Big Mo comes a knocking? And anybody can have Big Mo show up to their door and be like, yo, you want to hang out? And, Kirsty was like, let's go. What do you want to do? Uh, so it was like, you know, and how does that happen? Well, if you look at the storyline, if you look at what is in here inside of this book, it is all about what? There's one thing starts with a C. There's one thing in here that, as an example, Kirsty is doing right now. And I'm not to say that other people are not, but the door opened for her because of this one specific thing. What is it? Starts with a C. Starts with a C. Consistency. There you go. Okay. She's incredibly consistent. Big Mo came knocking, and I don't know how many viral videos she's had. And when I say viral, I just mean, probably videos that have gone, north of 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, probably even higher than that. I don't know the view counts. I'm just ballparking it here. But she's had numerous videos go north of well into thousands and thousands of views, which has caused her massive momentum. And that's all because of consistency, resiliency, mental toughness, mental toughness. And that's one thing that she has. It is mental toughness, is the ability to keep moving forward, to keep pressing on, for her bank account, for her family, for her future, for all of those things. And again, not to say that none of you guys, lack this by any means. You guys can all be creating this. You guys can all have Big Mo knock on your door and create massive momentum. But you gotta have the mental toughness aspect. You gotta have the willingness to keep moving forward. And I can say from experience, from being her business partner here, that mental toughness is something that Kirsty invests into daily, like very consistently. And I know this because, like, she'll literally send me being like, "Oh, hey, I just listened to this. Go get it. It's freaking awesome." Um, and I've just seen the growth over the years. And you know, for her it's working. And literally for others, the people that give up, that throw in the towel, they get beaten down because they're not mentally tough enough. But you guys got to realize, like, if you can work, and this is just another way, another avenue, another style of us talking about the personal development aspect, which we've talked about here, how many thousands of times, I don't even know in the trainings over the years, but personal development is the number one aspect of your business that it's ranks above short form videos. You know what I mean? It ranks above content. It ranks above doing the thing. If you're not doing it, you're done. At some point, you're going to quit. And I've seen this time and time and time and time and time again. You got to be willing to invest into you. You got to be willing to invest in your future, in your mindset, your attitude. You have to, because if you don't, the mental toughness will wear down at you and you will lose. And I think that's a fair statement that I know I've seen, I know Bill's seen, I know Kirsty's seen it. I know, like, so many leaders have seen it, where one minute somebody's rocking along and they seem like they're doing their thing and they seem like they're good and they're happy and they're making sales. And then the next minute, here comes the excuse train. Oh, I thought this would be this, or I thought I'd be making more sales, or I should be doing this, or, I need to take some time away, or whatever it is, insert the insert the line here, and it circles back to every single time personal development and mental toughness. And it's as simple as that. It's why we're here talking about this topic, today for you guys, and sharing with you guys literally real life stuff that goes on our team, real life stuff that's happened to me, real life stuff that's happened to Bill, and the people that win find a way to push through. Okay. So if you guys understand that, do me a favor and comment the word push through. Comment push through right now. You got to be willing to find a way to push through. Because if you can't, at some point you reach into your pocket, you grab the excuse, and you lost. You lost. You didn't win. You didn't cross the finish line. Because if you look at that meme, right? If you look at that meme of trying to cross, I'm gonna try to find that right now. Um, you know, you guys are you're gonna have a tough time if you're not willing to invest in you. So, Bill, chime in on that for a second. I'm just gonna do a search over here and try to find this meme here.
Well, that's
Um,
anything in life, pushing through,
for sure, for
not
sure.
just the business. And there's certain things that you'll push through in your personal life no matter what. And if you can put that into your business, you could, you'll fight for this. personally, and could be anything, your health, your family,
Hmm.
survival. Just it's the same thing when you hit a bump with the business. Not to digress, but like I said, the last I lost my Facebook account for 6 days, and I was on a mission. I wrote more emails to bad email addresses than you ever seen in your life. Okay, I wasted hours. And like I said, I was determined for myself, for the team, for everything. And I just pushed, 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 pushed. I was an animal, literally an animal. I was up to 2 a.m. right because I went to X. I went to every social media and just read different things. Finally found something on Reddit, like I told you, is where I would literally like I was filing reports in a different country because there's different rules. So I found this out in France and in Germany, they can't just have a help center. They got to have an email. They got to have a place to communicate. Whereas here in the United States, Dan will tell you he's shut down. If he didn't have the email I gave him, he's totally shut down. He has to wait up to 180 days with nothing. He can't communicate or nothing. Every time he goes to the page, it just says, your appeal is pending. And after 180 days, your account will go completely bye-bye. That's
Hmm.
it. So basically, as far as pushing through, we've had to push through as a group, our partners, myself, Dan, Kirsty, the rest of us, we literally have had to push through so much over the years. I mean, listen, for the new people back in 2023, we we all lost our company right before Christmas. I still remember, I
Hmm.
think it was December 13th. We pushed through, we were miserable, but we, you know, we don't let it stop us. So basically that's how you treat your business, and treat the business. That's the other thing. You're not going to treat your business serious if you don't treat your business like you do in your personal life. Do not, and I've said this before, do not treat your business like you spent $100 to get in, or 25 or 45. Treat it like you spent 45 grand. Treat it like you spent 100 grand, and you'll get up and you'll work harder. I hope you will. And you just got to push, push.
Yeah, literally treat it like you invested thousands of dollars into this. You had to take out a second loan. You had to go like refinance your house. You had to invest everything you have, into this business. Show up to it like that. And if you have that attitude, if you have that mental toughness to show up to it every single day, um, I mean, that's how you win. I'm going back through my photos now. You know where I have this picture that I'm trying to
On
show you.
Facebook.
You know where I have it? Yeah, I have it. I have it on Facebook, but
Of course, it's a
but I,
catalog.
I can't access that. So I might have it saved in my phone here, but uh,
It's all
either way. I mean, I know you guys will obviously get the point of what I'm talking about here. I'm just going back a little bit more and I don't see it, but it's the whole point of today's live, guys, is just to well, number one, I can't go live in Facebook, so we're here in the Zoom. We're gonna do the same thing tomorrow. So plan on tomorrow, guys, being right here in the Zoom Friday, woohoo! Plan on that.
And
You
Dan
know
didn't
what?
block, real quick, Dan didn't block any of yous because I got a lot of messages when I got back on Facebook. People thought I blocked them.
Oh yeah,
If you can't find Dan, he did not block you.
nope.
You'll see him in a few days, hopefully. Hopefully today.
Yeah, today would really be nice, or just any day this week would be good. But yeah, we'll be here in the Zoom. You know what we should do tomorrow, Bill? And I think I have an idea how to tie this together. Is let's do another contest tomorrow. Okay,
Yes.
so let's do another contest, and we're gonna do this. I'm gonna give up on trying to find that image. We're gonna do this um, based on YouTube. Now we know we're in a 30-day push, 30-day blitz right now. Um, you guys all have your content calendar and your actions that you guys should be taking, right? So we're gonna do a challenge tomorrow based on YouTube. We're gonna see who's out there doing the YouTube videos. I gave you guys 10 videos to use this month, 10 scripts, literally word for word scripts. So what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to pull up YouTube. We're going to see. I'm just gonna take. I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna give you guys a big hint here. I'm actually gonna give you a little workaround, and you guys will pick up on this. I hope. We're gonna see where in the content calendar is that what video you guys should be on. I'm actually gonna go look right now. I'm gonna go look at the content calendar, and I'm gonna see what what video should be out recently. Okay, and we're gonna go take a look tomorrow. Um, we're gonna go take a look tomorrow and see who's actually done that. So if I pull up the where come on, where are you? Where where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I thought somebody deleted it by accident, right?
Hmm.
So I'm gonna share my screen here real quick and we're gonna take a look at this. Boom. Okay. This is the content calendar. So today's the 26th, which means here's a big old hint, which means, all right, video number 8 should be posted today. If you guys are following this, video number 8. Or I'll just say any YouTube video every Monday and Thursday, right? Today's Thursday. So a YouTube video should be posted today. So we're going to do tomorrow on Friday and we're going to go take a look. If you guys have posted a YouTube video in the last 24 hours, okay, we're going to enter you guys into the wheel and we'll do this search. We'll literally pull up YouTube. We'll go and we'll do a search and we'll see. And um, we'll see who's out there doing the work. And those of you guys that are doing the work, we'll put you into the wheel. The wheel of names will spin. And just like we did last week or whenever it was, we're going to pick a winner. The winner is going to go into my personal rotator, and the winner is also going to go onto Bill's email list, and Bill's going to send out a couple of email blasts with your sales funnel in it. So not only can you get a sale, but you can also generate a good amount of leads. Okay, good amount of leads. I think it was Domingo actually checked. Domingo won last week for it was the Going Live Challenge. Remember we did that last week, the Going Live Challenge. Domingo, as well as many others, went live. Domingo was the winner. I put Domingo into my personal rotator. Bill sent out a couple email blasts. Domingo gained dozens of leads and made a sale.
Yes.
How freaking cool is that? So we're going to do that again tomorrow. We're going to see who's out there, who's doing the work, and we're going to pick a winner. And the winner will go into my personal sales rotator until they make a sale. Not if, until they make a sale. And Bill's going to send out your link in an email blast and get you leads. Okay, maybe those leads will turn into sales. Maybe you'll make multiple sales. But we're going to go hook up the action takers. So speaking of mental toughness, let's go see who is tough enough to be doing the YouTube videos. We'll take a look at that tomorrow, and we'll recognize people for their efforts, give some shout outs, and we'll pick one winner. So, Robert, to answer your question, are you saying, we need a second account for backup? No, that's not what I said at all.
No,
Um,
don't do that.
yeah, you don't need to create backup accounts. I mean, you can, but I would not do that on Facebook because when you're on Facebook and you have multiple accounts, that can be a flag. So I have multiple accounts, and I cannot currently because trust me when I tell you this. Facebook knows through all their algorithms and everything else. Facebook knows if you have more than one account, even if you have an alias account. Trust me when I tell you, Facebook knows. Facebook uses, AI. They use facial recognition. They use all kinds of stuff. And let me tell you this: you you are not going to beat AI. You are not going to outsmart AI. I'm just keeping it real with you. Okay, so on TikTok, can you get away with it? Sure. If you feel you need to create multiple YouTube accounts, multiple Facebook, multiple TikTok accounts, sure. I haven't seen that level of what they're doing out there, but I know that Facebook, um, they got that stuff down. If you create multiple accounts, they're going to know it's you, right? Even if you use a different email, even if you use a different IP, even if you use a different server, whatever it is, you're using different names, all that other stuff. You want to do faceless versus non-faceless, whatever. At some point, they're going to know it's you. AI and the algorithms and their technology always finds a way to figure this stuff out. Okay. So you should realistically only need one account. Um, and I understand that some of you guys have like your personal account, and some of you guys don't like to mix business with personal, and you guys like to keep those separate. And that's fine. If you're doing your thing, just keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
But please don't feel that you need to add accounts. Okay, like whatever you're doing right now, just keep doing it. Okay, that's the easiest way to put it. For me, you know, God forbid if something does happen and for whatever reason I don't get my account back, will I create a new account and figure it all out from scratch? Sure, of course. It's what I have to do. It's what I'm going to do. And if I built up, I know from the data, if I built up one account, I know I can build up another one. It is what it is. And I'm just going to keep pushing because I have the mental toughness. I'm going to keep pushing, keep doing whatever I got to do to make that happen. Okay. So there you go, my friends. And what I'm also to do too tomorrow. I know I have the Tom Brady video saved on my phone here somewhere. So I'm going to play that for you guys tomorrow because you got to hear it. And in order for me to properly play it for you, I have to have the file here on my computer. Um, so I need to find the file so I can actually play that for you because oh man, it's good. It's good, and I don't think I have the file here. I have the video saved on my phone somewhere, but I need the file. So anyway, we'll do that tomorrow. I'll play you that video, and it's just so good. He just talks. It's really quick too. It's only like a minute long. He just talks about mental toughness and resiliency, coming from a seven-time Super Bowl champion,
You
greatest of
said it
all time.
already.
What's
Easy.
up?
You said that already.
Saying it again. Big big Brady fan. Go Patriots.
Big fan. Big
Okay,
fan.
that's it. I'm good. Bill, anything else, man? You good? You ready to go kill this? Ready to go like
I'm
crush it
ready. I'm
out?
ready. I got 6 days of work to catch up on, but yeah, let's get it. Looking forward to tomorrow. Get out, make some YouTube videos. I'm putting a video up today myself. As soon as I
Yep,
get off air,
same.
I'm working on, and let's put content out there and let's go just share. Let's go share what we have. It's easy work. Just show the numbers. Just show the compensation plan.
Yep.
Show the products and services. Show our community, our training. We got everything. I mean, if you can't make it here, where are you going to make it at? Thank you.
Yeah, it's so simple. Let me give you guys one more. Let me give you guys one more little doodad here. Okay. Um, for those of you guys that don't know, I gotta go find I gotta find the playlist here. For those of you guys that don't know, crap, where's my playlist? Um, I have a podcast that I do. There it is, right there. Okay, cool. I have a podcast that I do with another network marketer, right? And it's just a generic podcast that we do that we just talk about the industry. We just talk about getting out there, making money, doing the thing, doing whatever it takes to build and grow your business. All right. And it was funny because literally just the other day, and this goes, Bill, exactly to what you were saying. Like, go make videos about what you have. Make videos about the products, the services, the compensation plan, TFT, our system, everything you get, all of those things. Just go create the content. ILT, invest your time, learn what we do, learn the products, and then turn around and share that with other people. So, one of the things that I did at the very beginning of this year, and you guys see the date right here. It literally says 5 months ago. I went back and because I've done this multiple times, I recreated a playlist on YouTube, and it's a full overview of every single thing to do with my
It's
econ.
beautiful.
Everything. Everything. Here's the overview. Here's what we do for you specifically for our team. Here's the back office, income shifting, credit repair, travel membership, Defender Plus, debt elimination, minimize your taxes, cash flow, Viro tax, their marketing system, the compensation plan, how to upgrade if you guys are at the FSM membership and you want to go to the EBM membership, right? The global membership, like literally everything to do is all in here in this playlist. And I know some of you guys, props, shout out to Shannon. I know she's taken this and she's kind of done her own version. I'm sure some of you guys else have too. She's the one I can think of off the top of my head that I know did this 100%. Which is also why when you go search my econ, it's her videos that pop to the top of the search, by the way. So little hint, clue.
Oh
But
yeah,
the whole
she's up
point
there.
is, guys, like, and I redid that for this year, and I'll in 2026 I'll probably redo it again for next year. But on my podcast, when my podcast partner and I were literally just talking about the business, he said, anytime I start a new business, anytime I get into a new thing, the very first thing I do is I go to my YouTube channel and I create multiple pieces of content showing people exactly what they get. And that's he goes that right there. He goes has made me I don't know how many hundreds of sales over the years because it's exactly what we're talking about here, guys. So here, like, take it from somebody outside of our team, take it from another very successful network marketer that just says, when I get into a new thing, the very first thing I do is I go into the back office and I just show people what they get. So here's a video about the compensation plan. Here's a video about how to use the back office. Here's a video about, income shifting, about credit repair, about the travel membership, about this, about that. Just go create pieces of content and show people what they get, right? That right there has helped myself, Shannon, Kirsty, Catherine, Bill, so many other people rank to the top of the search engines when people are searching for my econ. Simple stuff. Just go do the content, go do the work. Don't overthink it. Just keep it easy. Walk people through, let people know that you're a real human being, and go do the thing. That's it. Just got to go do it. You got to stay consistent with it. That's it. That's it. All right. I'm good. I'm good. A lot of info today, guys. A lot of info today. Thank you guys for being here. Really, really appreciate you. Appreciate everyone getting out there, hustling, grinding, doing their thing, having that mental toughness, pushing through, making it happen. We truly, truly, truly do appreciate you guys. And hey, get right back here tomorrow, and we'll be right back. We'll put people in the wheel. We'll spin the wheel. We'll give out some rewards. We'll shout out the action takers, and we'll head into the weekend with some great momentum. So for Bill, Daniel here, thank you guys. We'll see you guys real soon. Take care.